a trip to a local shop to grab some supplies that we've been wanting, or that Steven's been wanting. Like some camping / prepping type supplies.
Yep.
So, why don't you tell them what the main thing is that you're looking for?
Well, the main thing we're looking for is an entrenching tool.
What is that?
It's basically like a camping shovel.
Uh-huh. And what do
And
you use that for?
you dig holes and bury your poop.
It's fun. Yeah, so for those of you that have never really roughed it,
No glamping.
it's a necessary tool if you have
No
no
glamping.
running water and no toilets where you're camping.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
No glamping.
Not for you anyway. I would be happy to do that. Just for the record, I have never roughed it to that point of having to bury my poop. But he has, and he is next weekend. So, that's what we're going to look for. And we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we finished our trip for supplies. I wouldn't say it was totally a fail, but
Look what you got.
Steven didn't find what he was looking for. But I found something cool. And I'm excited about it. It's a concealed carry purse, which I've never had one before. And I do have like a holster that I use sometimes, but this will be nice to have. I was needing another bag anyway, like a smaller size bag than our huge diaper bag. So now I can use this, and it'll even fit a few diapers in it. So I'm pretty pumped about that. Other than that, we didn't really find anything, but that's okay. We had fun.
Well, what we were looking for, that entrenching tool, they didn't have it. Opened Amazon, and sure enough, they had one in stock.
So he found what he was looking for on Amazon while we were in the store.
Snatched it up.
And the other day when he was looking at it, it wasn't in stock on Amazon. So that was why we went out to look for it. But anyway, in the end, he found what he needed. And we had a nice little outing. So now we're going to grab some lunch and head back to the house. Dad, I do some juggling.
I hope I can do it.
Juggle. And now you're juggling peaches.
Today we're going to be freezing peaches. So, what are we doing with this?
Well, we're going to boil some water.
Okay.
You can fill that up if you want. So I thought it would be fun for us to do this freezing peaches thing, because we bought a lot of peaches earlier this week, and we're just gonna kind of talk a little bit about what?
Freezing peaches?
That, and
More of why we're here, how we're here, what took us on this journey.
so we got this big box of peaches a few days ago, and we've been using a lot of peaches lately, haven't we, boys?
Yep.
Have we been using a lot of peaches, Lachlan?
Yeah.
What did we make yesterday?
I don't know.
Do you remember what it was out of peaches?
Yeah. Peach cobbler! It wasn't peach
No, it was peach sorbet. I made some peach sorbet yesterday, and the kids have been eating a lot of fresh peaches. And we still have quite a few left. So we're going to use these and freeze them so that we can preserve them for the rest of the year.
Every time I start a story, I always think of that, the movie The Jerk, where he starts off, I was born a poor black child. And Steve Martin, and he's clearly not. So that's where my mind went. Let's split that one open.
Yeah, you probably could with most of them. They're pretty soft.
Yeah. So we started off in the city. Had a little 2-bedroom house. Tiffany bought it when she was in college, and we got married, moved in there. Had Liam and Landon. It was getting tight. We had talked with some friends of ours. They're our best friends, and we led worship with them at our church. They had figured out that they were getting 5 acres from his parents, and so they said, hey, we'll give you an acre. You should move out here with us. We'll homestead, live off the land, have a garden together, and just kind of share responsibilities and things.
Yeah, we had made an agreement that they were going to give us an acre, and we were going to build our own house on the land, and then we would all homestead together.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was torn when this was first brought up, because I really wasn't the homesteading type, I guess. Not that, it's just something that I never envisioned myself doing. Anyone's over here making party noises.
All they want to do is go.
You should tell them about the game we were playing last night and the phrase that I came up with.
What phrase?
I said
we were playing telephone. Anyway, the last person, you hear what they have to say, and like most of the time it's not what was originally said at all.
Yeah, so my idea was to whisper. I don't remember which one of them was first, but I said, Dada farts like a superhero. It actually, I think that one actually made it. It made it through the line correctly.
It did.
And so,
oddly enough.
Then we had a conversation about how do superheroes fart. But
I've never seen one. We prayed about it, and we felt like that's where God was leading us, is towards a community, like living together in community. And at the time, it was just
with our friends.
It was just us and our friends.
That was before my parents actually found land and a house here close by. We had already kind of decided, like, okay, this is what we're going to do someday, once the land gets transferred and we're able to save up enough money to build a house. And in the meantime, my parents ended up actually buying a property that was
right in the middle.
Yeah, right next to where we were going to be building, which we didn't have any plans to start anytime soon, because we just didn't. It was more like a dream, and it was something that we had just talked about casually with our friends.
And there was no money, but
just the idea.
Like, let's take all the scrap material we can and pile it up on the property.
Yeah, because we were going to build our house out of whatever we could find. The other family that we were going in with, they spent time, or the two of them spent time tearing down barns, like a lot of time.
Yeah.
Not just like here and there, like
months.
They were dedicated to this for a while.
Yeah.
They spent hours and hours tearing down old barns. And I think a couple old houses too.
Two
just
houses.
To salvage some of the material for us to build a house with.
Ready? Take 2. comes. Yeah!
So all of that material ended up on the property that we were planning on building on, just ended up piled up, and it's still there. Well, I mean, we've used some of it, but
Yeah.
there's still a lot there that needs to be burned.
Our time going into it and our time that we put into it was not enough for what we actually use.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. So we're gonna blanch these peaches. It's basically where you drop something in boiling water for like 30 seconds and then you lift it up out of the water and then you put it in ice water to stop the cooking process. And the reason we're doing this for the peaches is because it makes them a lot easier to peel.
The only blanch I ever knew of was from the Golden Girls. We felt like this is where we should be, and that we should move out here with our friends. And at that point, well, you already said about your mom and dad.
Yeah, they ended up buying a house here in this community. We felt like we were supposed to go ahead and sell our house in the city.
And we had talked to Tiffany's parents about us going ahead and selling our house and moving in with them for 6 months. That was originally the plan. And so we did that. It was good. It was a good time for us.
But it was a lot longer than 6 months.
Yeah. From left hand. So we lived with them for a total of 2 years. 2 years and
Over 2 years. It's like
2
years and 3 months. Had another baby.
Yeah. At first it was like, oh my gosh, how are we gonna do this?
Yeah. And there's a lot more we could go into as far as that goes, but mainly, the awesome thing about the story is God just really, I don't know, I guess he just really grew us spiritually because we were waiting for so long and everything that we tried to make happen just never happened. And so in the end, all of our plans totally changed. But at the same time, we're still here. Yeah. Although it's not the exact land that we thought we were going to be on. Basically, our friends
They're still next door.
Still ended up being next door. They didn't have to build a house. We didn't have to build a house. But we still ended up with the same amount of land, actually more. And we still ended up right next to each other here in the community that we had always planned on being in. So are we all done?
Yeah.
Finally done. So we have
6.
where are they?
Oh wait, no, 7.
We got
This is 6, but there's one right
6
there,
bags.
so that's
6 6 bags of peaches. 7 bags of peaches.
And here's our peach sorbet.
Yep, we'll eat the rest of that later. I had to change my shirt because Levi spit up on me.
Oh.
That's why I'm wearing a different shirt.
I probably need to change after all this peach juice.
Thanks for doing that. So we got the peaches all done, and I may make some peach bars with the rest of these peaches back here. We saved a few. Can't see them. Here. And then we're gonna just make dinner and wrap up our day. Did you guys have a good day?